What's the degree of difficulty on that, considering the situation and considering how hard you got? I mean, it's a big time play.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the ones I got to come up with.
Matt seemed to think this morning that you were going to practice. I take it you told him you were going to, so that must mean you're feeling pretty good for Sunday?
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been feeling better and better each day. I mean, it's obviously something that I just got to take day to day, and just hoping continue to take strides and hope I can cut loose on game day.
Were you able to do anything today at practice? Like with the team?
No.
Do you feel pretty good about your ability to play on limited practice reps? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like the mental side will, be fine. Obviously, it's nice to get those reps out there, but I think the number one thing for me is just trying to, feel as healthy as possible.
So if you're 80%, what do you run? Like 4, or how does that?
Yeah, no, I'm not sure. I mean, I'd obviously like to be at 100%. Obviously, me, utilizing my speed as like a big part of my game. But I'm sure 80% is still pretty good.
You stood on the sideline the whole time. You had your helmet and everything. Were you thinking or trying to, hoping that it would calm down enough that you'd be able to play, or did they just tell you you're out, you're done?
I mean, I was hoping that it would calm down a little bit. I definitely got to the point where I knew it, kind of wasn't going to, and at that point, I really just didn't feel like going in there and changing. But yeah, no, I was definitely hoping that it would calm down a little bit.
So was this like a bruise, or is there a bone tissue? What actually happened?
I mean, it wasn't like serious enough for me to like look into it too much. I mean, like I said, it's really just something I'm trying to just get to calm down a little bit, and just have it feel as good as possible on game day, and just obviously take it day by day.
Christian, you know the stakes of this game. You know the difference you've made in this offense. So how do you approach this? Because I'm sure you really want to be out there because this team needs you as much as it does. Just how do you go about, whether it's convincing the medical staff to let you go, or how do you go about this?
I mean, for me at this point, it's really just trying to get as healthy as possible so I can be as confident as I possibly can be in myself. Because if I'm not able to play at a certain level that I want to play at, I mean, at some point it's going to be hurting the team and not helping the team. So I'm trying to get as healthy as possible and feel as good as possible, so I can have the confidence in myself, and obviously everyone can have that confidence in me as well.
But there's obviously a level of you that's less than 100% where you still help this team, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Let's say you are out there. Given how the first game against the Vikings went, the first play, and how far you've come since, does this feel like a redemption game?
It definitely does. I mean, I definitely. I mean, that's more of like a personal thing for me. I try not to let the personal things, get into my head too much. But it definitely is something like that for me. I'd definitely love to go out there and, obviously have a lot better game than I did the first time around.
Ask Matt to dial up that same play again.
I wouldn't be mad. I would not be mad at all.
When you look at the scenario that your team is in, week by week, you fought to get in this position. What did it take to keep the internal belief through the bad times so that you could get to this point?
I mean, it was a whole lot of perseverance, and just that gritty, that mentality, that mindset that we understood who we were and what we were capable of. Regardless of what was happening or what we were doing on Sunday. Good or bad, we knew what we were capable of, and we just had to, continue to believe in that.
How much do you pay attention to the things Aaron says on Wednesdays? A couple Wednesdays ago, he said we need to be scoring 30 points a week, or we're not going to be thinking about the playoffs. We'll be thinking about the offseason. You've been close the last 2 weeks and gotten wins without getting to 30. Is 30 a benchmark for you? Is that something you pay attention to when he says that? No, it's not. It's not something that I pay attention to. I know that we have to have a lot of success, especially when competing against some pretty good teams. Obviously we got to be good in all three phases. So obviously putting points on the board is a big one for us, but it's not something I pay too much attention to.